everyone. Hello there, and today I'm going to talk about some C# basics. Alright, something that people should know about. So we're going to talk about the most important thing in games is pressing keys and the various different ways of pressing keys and how does Unity take all these inputs. So a main command is going to be get key. So what get key simply checks is if I'm pressing down a key. For example, I'm pressing down W, and that's what happens when I press down W. And the next part is get key down. Now get key down only takes my input once. For example, it only checks if I pressed it W. So it doesn't matter if I've held it down. If I want to initiate that action again, I have to press W again. So yeah, that means something like shooting or shooting from a shotgun or revolver, it would be pressing one mouse click. However, if I want it to be a machine gun, I would put it as get key, meaning I'm pressing down the mouse button, firing button, and then I'm holding it. And of course, if there's something to check if I pressed the button and I'm holding a button, there's also something to check if I've released a button. So get key up is what checks if I've released a button. So of course we'll talk about how to use these values. So whenever I go into Unity, which is a script I've written over here, this is too complex. So I would want it to initiate all the time in void update. The update section, which simply specifies it's going to do it every single frame, while start only does it during the start. Right. So now I want to check if it's a command. Alright, so here it says from visible to people or watching it at a low resolution. So if brackets get key brackets again. Now we're talking about KeyCodes. Okay, KeyCode dot. Now there are various different KeyCodes. I'll put a link in the description for anyone who's interested in looking at these KeyCodes and following them. So basically, for now, I want to go W, right? I want to go W, KeyCode W. Yeah, of course, there are various different KeyCodes, like for left shift, it's and others like that. So for this instance, it's W, and then I'm opening and closing the flower brackets, space in between. Now I want it to do something. So basically it's going to be code that does something. So it's going to be some code that does something. Now I'm going to show you an example of it in my basic movement code, which I'll cover in later videos. So yeah, just ignore this stuff. I'll talk about it later. Right now, what you need to know is that is in void update. I check walk forward. Okay, it's basically supposed to be get key W. I'll explain it later on, but basically over here it's going to be get key goes 0. It's basically checking if the button I press for walk forward will allow me to go forward, and that's all that the script that's not be covered in this video. And then we have get key down for jump. That's going to check if I've jumped it. And now you must be wondering what is get key up doing over here. Well, it's for smoothness. I'll just put it in practice and I'll show it to you. So I'm going to go to my scripts and my basic moment. I'm going to apply this to this cue. And yeah, as you can tell, I've sophisticated it. So my speed, which is going to be 10. My speed 2, which is the highest speed, is going to be 20. Now this speed is what's supposed to transition. I'll tell you that in the next week, not right now. It's in the basic movements videos that will be upcoming. Actually, by the time you see this video, it's probably out there. And my jump force is going to be pretty high. I'm going to name it 500 because I want it to be 250. Now walk forward, I want the key to be W. Now all this have to be done, I'll say later. Give me S. walk right is going to be D. D. Walk left is going to be A. The run key is going to be shift, so S, shift. So it's left, shift, right? A mistake. Jump is going to be space. Okay. Now if we have set all it up, I'll just show it to you. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm pressing W for it to go in front, and you can see a little twist that happens. That's for smooth transition. I'll just fix that part, so it's far more visible to the eyes and makes the game so rigid body. Which means I want you to freeze rotation on all axes. And yeah, so I'm pressing W in order to make this move, S, and all this. The little flow is what happens. Now, as you can tell, there's a little flow that's happening whenever I move it a little bit. Now this tells me this is just for transition effects and making the game look far more better than feel a little more creative, because if suddenly something stopped, it won't sound good, look good on paper. And well, I'm not explaining that to you, wherever I got carried away. But when I'm moving it and I release it, as you can see, there's a little bit of a velocity added to the object. Second is a jump. Now it's obviously adding force, but it only adds it once. That's why even if I hold shift, hold space, it's going to only jump once. So let me just tell you those commands again. They are right here, close PowerPoint. Okay, so they basically are give me a blank presentation. I promise I'll make a better arrangement for this than this. So okay, delete. Yeah. So the first key is the get key command. No, get key command to check if I'm holding a key. Get key down is to check if I pressed the key, and get key up is to check if I have released the key. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helps you. Hey there. So, future me, I forgot to tell you something very important, and as you can tell, I already closed my old video. So, the fact that I wanted to show you something was how do you use two key inputs at once, alright? So, it's basically something that I have to tell you guys. So, way we use two key input is, well, there are multiple ways of doing it, but I'm going to show you the easiest way. It's going to be checking first of all if I am in my tutorial in the basic movement script, I had checked if I'm holding down the shift button and checking if I'm going ahead, so going faster. So in this case, yeah, so I am holding down the key, so it would be get key, and key code, or show dot shift, so left shift. Hope I'm using that correctly. But then there would be two flower brackets right here in this video. Open, close. Flower brackets, and then I would type, well, check again now if get key, KeyCode .w, yeah, right, and again I would have two flower brackets. Of W and my action. In this case, it's run fast. Yeah. So that's something I forgot to show you guys. For example, let's get over here, and well, as you can see, I'm moving at normal speed, but the second I put shift, it all of a sudden becomes a really fast. So that's how we use two key commands. Of course, you can check for multiple keys. Is another way of doing it, something that I have not practiced because, well, I use multiple keys in this scenario. Is get key left, and then you can add an and symbol. Oh, sorry, and symbol, and double and then check if get key dot w close. So yeah, that's one way of looking into this as well. And then I can simply do it one fast. I've never used it, however. I just want to point that out because the other one was simply a force of habit and I couldn't do this one before. Yeah, but I guess that sums up every way you can use a keyboard in Unity for inputs. Yeah. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, you can use 3 keys. Just get key, if, inside of if, inside of if, inside of if. So yeah, that's how you do it for you in 3 or in multiple keys. So yeah, that kind of sums up the tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you. I said that before, but I'm going to say it again.